Today on Bad Granny, we're going to be talking about a different type of customization. Now, you've seen us, we've built cars, we've built motorbikes, we talk about motorsport, but today we're only actually talking about customizing a space for Bad Granny to do its work. A film set, a garage, something like that. We need somewhere for Bad Granny to have a home, and this is the start of it.
In Trinidad, located just off the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway in El Socorro, there is something big going on. Meet Jason. Enthusiastic, passionate, a little crazy. He doesn't simply modify cars and trucks. His creations are the result of a driving passion for the perfect combination of innovation, power, and style. But the real boss is Diesel. His opinion is worse than his bark and his bite. The big decisions get put on his plate for a thorough chew-through. This is the team that will take your ride to new heights. This is Bad Granny.
So at Bad Granny, we do a lot of different things. We need offices, we need a production room, we need a conference center, we need a garage, we need a place to line, we need somewhere to have a lift, we need floor space. So, warehouse it is. The only thing that we could start with would be a warehouse. So, we found one, but it was a little rough, as you could tell, and we needed a lot of work. So, I didn't really think about it at first. You know, a metal warehouse, you're thinking steel. Steel is hard, it could take fire, but not really. Wood actually takes a lot longer to burn and to destroy itself under heavy heat than metal. The steel, I think at 1,000 degrees, only lasts for 10 minutes before it all falls in. So fireproofing is very important in new steel structures. And actually one of my friends brought this to my attention, Nicholas, and I didn't even think about it. And in a garage like ours where we do a lot of work on cars and you can potentially have a fire, it's pretty important. So I'm here with Nicholas from Altrin, and we basically fireproofing the bottom of the top deck for us, you know. He's going to explain why we need to fireproof. Now, I didn't even know about this, and he made some very valid points, so I decided to go with the fireproofing, and he will explain why.
We're here at Bad Granny, getting ready to protect this building, because it's built of structural steel, and as I said, structural steel is affected by fire. You know, contrary to popular belief, steel does melt and steel does bend. And after the first 15 to 20 minutes, we can get up to 1,000 degrees up. So what we want to do is, there are many different systems, and one of these systems that we're using here today is cementatious fireproofing. It's applied to the structural steel members, both beams and columns, to protect it for a given period, 1 hour, 2 hour. The idea behind it is a life safety thing for people to get out and for first responders to get in, and of course eventually to preserve the asset. So we know now that after we apply this fireproofing here, that Jason and his crew will be able to react to any emergency at any given period.
So the bare structure, as you can see, is just basically raw steel. And this is only good for 10 minutes at 1,000 degrees. After that, all this metal melts and the whole thing will fall down. With the fireproofing, it can last up to an hour and 20 minutes. That means that there's enough time for the fire service to come in and save your equipment, your warehouse, as well as if you have somebody upstairs in the mezzanine, you have enough time to get out. After they did the fireproofing, I actually liked the fact that it looked like kind of like a mud finish, you know, like an off-road finish as opposed to the raw steel. I find it looked like cool, and I like the color, the kind of camel sandy color. So now we got to lay the concrete and level the floors. They take a bit of doing because you got to bring all the ready mixed concrete in. You got to prepare the old slab to take the new screed that you're going to put on top, and then you got to make sure and get everything nice and level, and then you got to power float it, especially for the floor treatment that you're going to use, you know, which can either make or break how good the shop looks. It's very important. I think it's probably one of the first garages to use this kind of floor, and it's a little crazy. I can't wait for it to go down. So basically, we ordered 2 full ready mixed trucks of concrete, and it wasn't enough. We had to bring a third one. I mean, there was a lot of concrete we laid down on this thing to get it all nice and level and strong, and be able to take the weight of what we plan to do on the work and the cars and stuff. But in the end, it's starting to look pretty good. And the way they move around that hose with all that concrete flying out through it. Diesel was not impressed though. He didn't like the shudder the pump was sending through the hose. Yeah, it was a little annoying to him, I think. The walls of the warehouse were pretty bad. I mean, they were uneven, and what were we going to do about it? I was kind of scratching my head about it. And again, Alton came to our rescue, and they had this basically stucco Pyrex coating that can come in different textures and different colors, and it gets rid of that uneven finish on the wall. And they came in and ran white on the wall for me, and I mean, amazing. This stuff is pretty cool, and you could clean it as well. It's a nice texture to go down if you have bad brickwork or bad outside walls. And they even have one other thing that comes with a bind in it that can stretch over a 1-inch gap. So it's cool stuff and looks great. I mean, who puts a garage with white walls up? Bad Granny does.
You just got into a car accident. Now you have to fix it and you don't have a cent. Don't worry, be happy. Your home got flooded out and you've lost it all, and chances to recover start to look very small. Don't worry, be happy.
Want to live the worry-free life today? Call us at Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt. Beacon Insurance. Switched on.
So the floors I need on the garage have to be professionally looking, long-lasting, easy to clean, and keep a shine. And I didn't just want to go with a kind of painted floor or, you know, a solid color epoxy floor. I wanted something really different. And we found that from a guy in Arizona, and he actually had a distributor in Trinidad. And he came down, he paid to visit us, and he said basically, run this floor. And it's an epoxy floor, but the way it's done is crazy. And I mean, this floor is nice. It's smooth, it's shiny, it's durable, it's easy to clean, and it looks amazing. So I'm here with Dustin from Cameron Construction, and him and Nick that you saw earlier are basically doing the floor for me in shop. Metal Illusions is the product they're going to use in the floor, and I mean, it's crazy. I can't wait to see it. The floor has a few cracks on it, so basically we're going to take care of those. Now, you don't always have to fix the cracks, but we're going to fix the cracks now to show and give an example of what it looks like. Why are we going to fix the cracks, Dustin?
Well, after they profile the floor with grinder and acid etched and pressure washed, it basically opens up all the weaknesses in the floor. And at that point, we will then chase the cracks and put in a product called RX98. So we wouldn't have any imperfections on the floor when it's done. In a residential floor, the crack can be a characteristic of the floor.
Yeah, Nicholas showed me some pictures of that where the cracks actually look really cool.
Yeah. So it could work either way, but in terms of what you want for a garage, we want the floor to be seamless and perfect.
So now basically all the cracks are now sealed up. They're going to take off the smooth finish of the floor with grinders. And once they do that, I'm going to lay the epoxy primer down, or the primer for the epoxy down. And once that dries, you know, the primer can be different colors to bring up the floor, to bring up the look of the floor and how you see through when the epoxy goes on. I picked basically a neutral gray to kind of keep the floor one color. And then once that's done, we're going to lay the epoxy.
In this case, we're going to use iCoat's 2-part epoxy primer. It comes in white and black, and it can be tinted with the stains to any color based on what color floor you're going to do. In this case, we're going to do a silver floor. So we're going to go with a gray primer in order to get some depth but still maintain uniformity of the floor. So what we have here is part A of a two-part system that we're going to use. This is the Metal Illusions product. So what Nick is about to do is he's going to put something we call Arctic White, which actually transforms the epoxy into the Metal Illusions. So it gives it that body that when you see the finished product, all the swirls, all the little moon stuff, that is what is going to, and you know, that's what's going to give it this is the wow factor here. So Nick is about to pour the powder, and we mix it into the part A. Right, and if you come closer, you will see it goes from a clear liquid, and it kind of has an arctic-y, bubbly feel to it. That's the color we're going to use. That's the part A, the part B. That's the final product right there. Okay, so we're going to trowel it on now.
So we're getting ready to put on the Metal Illusions. The primer base is down, and now the floor is going to go down. I'm excited because I think this floor is going to be like nothing anyone has ever seen for a garage space. You know, always a film set garage space ever in the world. I don't even know, well, definitely not in Trinidad, so I don't even know about the world.
We've mixed this about 10 minutes ago. And look at that, and look at that. You can see the silver color starting to set up, right? So that's what we want. So we're going to pre-mix a couple batches, then we're going to start putting it on the floor while we have the guys mixing. So it's a continuous process. It goes pretty quickly, but we have to keep a wet edge. So we're going to start to do the whole floor. So we're going to start on that side, come in this way.
So Nick and Dustin, I'm nearly finished the floor. They're agitating it right now, and we're just waiting for how the floor is going to set, and then we're going to have the final look. So I mean, it's looking real cool from my perspective. So I can't wait to see how it comes out, the finished product.
So Jason went for some parts for his cars, and now as he's gone, we're going to do the table. We're going to do the secret surprise for Bad Granny. I primed it black, and now we're going to put the colors on there. It's going to look awesome. So I'm going to mix these in epoxy, and I'm going to create a pattern, and we're going to see how it turns out.
So iCoat basically took my work table, my perfectly good, hard, ugly steel work table, and made it a work of art.
So you're going to use the firecracker red and the black. You're going to mix it up. You have to get all the sides, get all that part A and part B mixed properly. The blowtorch is to get rid of the bubbles and even out the epoxy. So you see after, you'll see the bubbles kind of rippling as I do this. You'll see all the bubbles separating. Can't use too much blowtorch, otherwise you'll burn out the epoxy. This can be applied to any stable surface. You can do it on tile, you can do it on formica, you can do it on concrete, and in this case, you can do it on metal.
Hey, how everything going? What y'all doing to diesel, boy? What? What's this? Look at this table.
Walking early, man.
So now my work table is worth 5,000 US and I can hang it on a wall. But the good thing is, it looks pretty cool. It looks nice. And I know most important, Diesel loves it. Yeah, this is great, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. This is just our gift from Nicholas and myself and iCoat Caribbean. You know, we wanted you all to have a nice, sick-looking workspace with the Bad Granny logo. So you can put your tools on it.
So this could take abuse?
Yeah, you can take jamming.
Alright, you can put it to the test.
Yeah.
iCoat. So the floor looks amazing. The coating that they put down, the Metal Illusions, is crazy bad. If you want to come and see it, just give us a call, make an appointment. I'd like to thank Tim from iCoat International. From Arizona, he came all the way down here with Dustin from iCoat Caribbean, and he decided to do the floor. Nicholas for helping us put it down and getting it organized. It was a great job. Diesel for harassing Nick. He loves him. I don't know why. Must see the height. So we have to concentrate on upstairs now. 1,000 square feet of mezzanine level space that we had to turn into workable office space. I'm sure we're going to come up with some great ideas for this workspace upstairs. You need to run walls, ceilings, insulation, windows, floors, everything. So as you all know, in construction, it's very hard to find good people. But I got in touch with a guy that I know called Lincoln, and he ran all the walls for me. So he put up the studded walls, he ran the electricals, and he put up the gyprock over it and the windows. And it all came out amazing, and he did this in the space of 5 days, basically. Came in when he said he was coming in, finished when he said he would be done, and his work is, as you can see, or as you will see, nice and clean and straight. So we basically had a structure, and now we had to really spend a little time figuring out how we would do the set out of upstairs, how we would set out the rooms, where the walls would go, where the windows would go, where the doors would go, you know, where the toilet would be run, the piping for the toilet, all the electricals. We had to use the space to the best of the ability to get the most from it. So that takes a little time and a little extra thinking. So in putting together the shop, we came across a few challenges. One of the challenges was the floor. What kind of floor to use? Tile, laminate. We didn't know what to do. And the prices you were getting were pretty expensive. Some of the laminate floors could run from $30,000 to $80,000. And what really happened is, walking through the home store, we came across this vinyl. It's a new age vinyl, almost like strips of wood. And we thought we'd give it a try. It's a lot cheaper. It came up basically to about $5.50 a square foot. And the guys at the home store basically gave us a real good little tip to buy Evo stick glue, stick it down first and prepare the concrete with it, and stick this new style of vinyl to the floor. And if you look at it, it really looks like wood. It's a nice compromise and it's pretty cool. And you don't get that tock, tock, tock sound like laminate flooring.
You just got into a car accident. Now you have to fix it and you don't have a cent. Don't worry, be happy. Your home got flooded out and you've lost it all, and chances to recover start to look very small. Don't worry, be happy.
Want to live the worry-free life today? Call us at Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt. Beacon Insurance. Switched on.
So Autosol basically has its professional line for buffing and polishing your car. Here we have Mikey applying the Autosol compound to the bonnet to take out the minor scratches. After this he'll apply the polish, but at first he's doing the compound. The compound, which is basically abrasive and shine, there's a little indicator of how abrasive and how much shine it has in it, right, is the heaviest one. So what you do is basically, if you have a scratch in your car, you start with maybe the finishing first. And the finishing, right, you try to buff the scratches. If they don't come out, you go to slightly more abrasive, which would be the polish. That doesn't work, then you step down to the compound. So you go basically from least abrasive to the most harsh. Normally, if your fingernail can catch that scratch, or you can see primer below or metal, you can't buff that out. Depending on how deep it is, you can buff it where it can not be as noticeable. Lange Trinad also sells all the buffing pads and polishing pads that you need. So basically, you just install your backing plate, and then whichever pad you want, on and off, Velcro adhesive. A good idea when using your different polishes and compounds is to use a different color pad. So if you use a white pad with the compound, you know that this pad is always have compound in it, so that you don't go and put say the finish wax or the polish on it, where it already has the compound in it. So use different colors for the different types of abrasive that you use or polish. It'll help keep things neat and separated. And it's all available from Lange Trinad Unlimited. Autosol, the name we love and trust. So we nearly finished the production offices upstairs. They're coming out great. Now we need a kitchenette. We need to make food, you know, cook food, prepare food, warm food up. And we have a limited space. So we wanted something that would fit in the limited space, but we didn't want to really compromise on quality. So we got in touch with Mary Lou from Beta Homes, and I mean, they are amazing. They build all this stuff locally. It's all wooden doors. And the thing is, they take all the hard work out of it. They build it, they assemble it, and they bring it here and put it in for you. So it's all done. They lay the countertop, the sinks. I mean, all you have to do is fit your fridge. And I'm sure they will do that too if you ask them. We chose Beta Homes because the best part about their kitchens is that you can get them fully customized, built basically to your space. Beta Homes also do all of the assembly and installation, making life hassle-free and happy. And Mary Lou is a dream to deal with. So we basically wanted a particular color for our kitchenette. And Beta Homes, again, they came through and they mixed this black, matty kind of color for us. And they stained all the wood the color that we wanted. So it matched everything else in the workspace. The doors, the furniture, the desks, the chairs, everything. So Beta Homes basically finished up the kitchen and Mary Lou came in to do the final inspection and to deliver. Hi Mary Lou, how are you doing?
I'm great.
It looks fabulous.
You like it?
The guy just finished it up. They just drew the hole and put the tap in.
Yes.
But it's amazing.
Yeah, well, we try to do our best. You know, in this line, we sold you our new PVC line. All these cabinets have a PVC body, so it is termite proof and waterproof. Yeah.
Because you know we need it termite proof.
In Trinidad for sure. The doors are teak with a dark stain. All your face frames are teak, so you're well protected.
So it's real wood on the outside.
It's real wood on the outside.
PVC backing.
PVC carcass, definitely. All units come with shelves. Your drawers have drawer slides and they are self-closing.
What kind of countertop is this?
This is solid surface. Solid surface is a mixture of resins and acrylics, so it's the only seamless countertop available. You'll notice that it is an integrated, there is no seam, where there is no joint here. The molding is molded onto it and it is actually seamed into it, sanded, finished one smooth finish.
So Mary Lou, these are teak, right? But I mean, people with say lesser budgets that don't want to run the real wood doors and stuff. Is anything else besides that?
Yes, we have a wide range. Teak is actually top of our line. So we also make an aftermath that's slightly less. It's still a brown wood.
So it's still wood, real wood?
It's still wood, or always real wood. And then we go down to pine. And in pine, you have two lines, two different pattern doors. And again, it differs in price. What also helps in price is when you're planning a kitchen, we work with the customer on the budget. So we will know that maybe we will not put as many drawer units because drawer units tend to cost more because each little piece, so that we work with people and we fit any kind of budget.
But that'd be nice too, because then you can put one solid door, you open it in different shelves in it instead of having drawers.
Correct, yeah, so no, it's all versatile. All versatile.
But then you also have a modular system.
It's modular. Anything we plan it, we love working with the customer because customers come with so many variations. L-shape, U-shape. In Trinidad, remember, everybody builds their individual homes. It's not like a mass production. So that we work to suit, and where there are always solutions to any little, the tweak here, tweak there, any extra space, we suggest how you could use it. It really works well.
It came out really nice. It makes me want to build a house now. Well, it's a kitchen, so welcome to the kitchen, isn't it?
I think so. I think you should.
You think I should?
Yeah. And we'll come, we'll have your cookie pillow and everything.
Now we're talking, we can't go wrong with that.
Not at all.
So we built the structure, we got all the walls up, we got the floors in, we got the kitchens, everything. But it's all empty. Now it's time to bring all the good stuff in, all the cool stuff. We have two big massive prints for the walls. They're 13-ounce vinyl banner material. Same material that Sinewave uses on all their billboards. They are printed on a digital high-resolution wide format printer, and it's amazing. So Pay and the team from Sinewave are almost finished hanging the billboard. I can't wait to see what the complete set will look like when everything is incorporated. Now any printer that can make this head look good, even bigger, has to be a good printer. All right, Diesel?
just got into a car accident. Now you have to fix it and you don't have a cent. Don't worry, be happy. Your home got flooded out and you've lost it all, and chances to recover start to look very small. Don't worry, be happy.
Want to live the worry-free life today? Call us at Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt. Beacon Insurance. Switched on.
We're all done. You know, it took a while. We had a lot of things to go through from beginning to end. You've seen the changes. I mean, it's kind of amazing when you really sit down and look at it. I look at pictures of what it looked like at first, and I can't believe we got to this point. So all in all, the shop came out really well. Floors, the colors of the walls, the signage. You know, we had some real nice cabinets come in. They're all heavy duty, built to take load and weight. You know, nice, good stuff. And last thing we came up with is, I always have people come to see me, come to visit, want to talk while I'm trying to build stuff. So we figured out if we had somewhere where we could, you know, people come and hang out, spend time, you know, get some water, a fridge, a little cool area, and I could be working on my cars and whatever I'm building, projects, it'd be a real nice idea. So this was a last minute thing that we came up with, and it works, it's beautiful. A nice little space, a little man area. So all the bar and countertops and everything was basically made right here for us by a guy called Tiff. He did a real good job. All painted and built and designed to fit in this space. So you don't always have to import everything. You know, you could stay right here and get some local stuff made. So when you come to visit us, you might come to the bar and get some water and chocolate. Because you know that's what I love, water and chocolate. So we had this real good idea of putting in a trapdoor instead of building all these walls and doors and stuff. Plus it'll confuse people when they go upstairs and won't be able to, you know, get upstairs. So, trapdoor. But of course we had to figure out the counterweight balance to pull the door up. So we have a bucket, we fill with water. We just weigh the bucket when we got a chance, and we figured out everything and put a weight in there. And then I'll be permanent weight at the door to open. I came with this idea because I didn't want to put a wall here because it'll make this space smaller. And then I didn't want to close off the steps themselves going down, you know, and put a door at the bottom. So I said, how could we just cover this space here with a sliding door or I don't know. And I came up with this trapdoor idea when I was talking to the guys when we were working on the CXT. And yeah, I got this pulley system going, and they wanted to put hydraulics in to move the door across under the floor, but it was too much. This is it. So I think it'll be once we get it all sorted out and the correct pulleys and the weight, I think it'll work pretty good. So it's nice to come to work and actually have a nice space to work in. The offices are nice floor. We got walls and doors and air conditioning, you know. Finally, before up here was really bad. Just raw concrete and junk. Never thought it would look this good. So as you can see, it's all finished. We took a raw, rough space and we made it into our own, and it came out really nice. We had a lot of ideas, a lot of changes along the way. Construction can be very annoying, but we got through it and we have our own space. Thank you everybody that helped us, all our friends and all the builders, all the sponsors, everybody. They did a great job. Jesus was quite happy too. Now we could sit down and watch a little, I don't know, background.